Hello, welcome to my channel. If you are new to the channel, please click on the subscribe button to get you more videos. And also thanks for my old subscribers. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Today I'll be teaching you how to make this balloon sleeve without elastic. So you cut out your basic sleeve and you can take whatever length that you want, you desire. So I'm making use of 13 and we are going to slit our sleeve into two. So I'm cutting out 13. So I'm going to slit our sleeve into two. If you want it to start from the elbow, your balloon to start from the elbow, you can take the measurement from your shoulder down to the elbow, then down to whatever length that you want. If it's 15 and your elbow is somewhere 10, so you're going to cut out 10 and a half. So my client wants her own to be higher than the elbow. So I'll be cutting at 8.5 for her. So that's where she wants the balloon to start from. So I'll be cutting at 8.5. I'm cutting at 8.5. So I'm marking out my 8 inches. I'm cutting at the 8.5. So that's what we'll be cutting out. So you cut out whatever, wherever you want your balloon sleeve to start from. That's where you cut out. You cut out. So we'll cut that place out. All right, we've cut it out. So we're going to take that aside and we're going to notch the upper part to show that that's the upper part of the sleeve. So we're going to go straight to our balloon sleeve. So you measure the remaining part of the sleeve, which is 4.5. So 4.5, you are going to cut times 2 of the 4.5. That's in terms of the breadth. So we're going to take the length, the circumference of the sleeve. So you are going to use times 2, it can be times 3, it can be times 4, depending on how you want your balloon. If you want your balloon to be very big, so you can make it times 3 of that, of your sleeve circumference. So you can make times 3, you can make times 4, you can make times 2. So I'm using times 2 for my balloon sleeve. So then also the 4, we are going to make times 2 of it also, the length of the sleeve, which is 4, the remaining length of the sleeve, which is 4, we are going to cut out times 2 of it, which is 8, which is 8.5, sorry to say. So we'll cut it out. Then now we're going to pleat on the bottom of the sleeve. We're going to pleat at the bottom of the sleeve. First, you're going to notch the middle of your straight fabric that you cut out. The straight fabric that you cut out that you want to use as the balloon. So you're going to notch the middle part of it. Notch the middle part of it. Then you place it at the bottom of the sleeve. At the bottom, that's the end of the sleeve. Right side facing right side. So you're going to pin all through, you pin the middle so that you can pleat it very well. And remember, right side facing right side, and we are pleating this, we are starting the pleat on at the bottom of the sleeve. You can see right side facing right side. You pin so it will be easy for you to sew all through. Then you start to pleat, tiny pleats. You gather, if you want to gather it, you can gather it. Just pleat, little pleats, pleat it, and that's how you're going to pleat it all through. Pleat it while you sew, you pleat. You can see how I'm pleating it. That's how you're going to pleat it all through till you exhaust the whole fabric. So I'm going to go to my sewing machine and sew it. You can see I've sewn it. I've finished sewing the dress. Sorry, the sleeve. So I've finished sewing it. You can see how I just run it straight. I pleat it. Okay, so we are going to uh, pleat at the other side. You can see how I did mine. I told you right side facing right side. So we are going to turn it. Watch carefully how I'm turning it. You can see this is the wrong side. Right, so we are turning it. Can you see how I'm doing it? So we are going to also notch the middle. Then we'll pin the middle of the straight fabric that you're pleating on your sleeve. You put it at the place that we notch on us in the upper part of our sleeve. So you pleat. While sewing, you pleat gently, little. You pleat or you gather your fabric. So that's how I'm going to sew it. I'm going to pleat it and sew all through till I exhaust the fabric. So I'm going to go to my sewing machine and sew through. You can see I'm through with the sewing. See, I have to sew it all straight down. So you can see that this other side is straight, while that other side is rough. All right, so you just have to put your hands inside. That's if you want to use your hand. But that's how I turn my sleeve. That's how I bring out the puff, the balloon in it. So I just have to. You can range it with your hand. You can see how I did it. Whichever way you want to bring out the puff in it, you bring it out. So you range it well, and you see that our balloon sleeve is already forming. You range well. So we're going to attach this to that part that 8.5 that we cut at the other time. So we're going to sew it back to the sleeve. You can see it now. This is the 8.5 we cut at the first time. So right side facing right side. We are going to sew it. Go to your sewing machine and sew it straight down. You attach it back to where you cut it out from. So I'm through sewing. You can see how I did it. So you can use your serger to weave the edge for neat finishing. Okay, so we are going to join our sleeve now. You can see how I'm arranging it. You can see how I'm arranging it so that I'll be able to sew it. All right, you fold into two, then you sew through to the sleeve circumference of your client. To this, all right, you can see how I'm arranging it. That's how you arrange it so that the fabric won't go exceed the sleeve length. All right, I have sewn it and you can see that our balloon sleeve is ready. Our balloon sleeve is ready. Very beautiful. You can give it a good press with your sewing, with your pressing iron. You can see how my sleeve is beautiful. So like I told you, you can make your sleeves bigger, bigger than this. Please subscribe to my channel. If you are new to my channel, drop your comment. I'll be dropping my number on the screen to for feedback, for question. So see you in our next tutorial. I'll be having a tutorial soon. Bye.